The Blue Jays were always a contender in the American League East for the first 4 years of this decade, and this was due in part to Bichette, who was extremely consistent as he had a WRC plus between 120 and 130 for 4 years in a row. The power numbers were there too, as Bichette hit 20 plus home runs and had 30 plus doubles every year between 2021 and 2023. Admittedly, this came with pretty bad defense at shortstop and pretty average base running, but as long as he was hitting, he for sure had a place in a Blue Jays lineup that was very, very good. The Blue Jays were looking to avenge a dreadful playoff series versus the Twins from last year in 2023, where they scored only one run in a two-game wildcard series. But fast forward to June 13th, 2024, and the Jays are below 500 at 33 wins and 35 losses, have a terrible offense, don't have the pitching to finance a bad offense as well. Through 68 games, they've hit just 56 home runs as a team and have a team OPS of 674, which is roughly 25 points below the league average. If it keeps going on like this, the Blue Jays might actually be sellers at this year's trade deadline, a thought that seemed impossible on opening day after they crushed the Rays 8-2 while hitting 3 home runs in the process. And possibly the biggest reason for the slump in team production from 2023 to 2024 is the subject of this video, Bichette. His 4 home runs this season are tied with the likes of Andres Jimenez, Steven Kwan, and his own teammate Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, or IKF. These players aren't exactly known for hitting home runs. Bichette's slugging numbers have fallen off a cliff. It's not like Bichette started devoting more time to defense or base running, as he's still the same player he once was in terms of those things. So with that said, what is it specifically that has made him so bad almost halfway into this season? It's not in his walk rate and strikeout rate, as he's actually walking more than he did in 2023 and has the lowest strikeout rate of his career at just over 16% this season. Although even though his walks are the same as normal, the differences start in plate discipline, like what pitches he's taking and what pitches he's swinging at and at what point in an at-bat he's doing that. Something that might be impacting his swing decisions and subsequent batted balls is his high first pitch strike rate, which is the highest it's been since his 2020 season. Starting the at-bat down 0-1 in the count instead of 1-0 makes a huge difference. When you're down in the count 0-1, your OPS is roughly 600, which is well below average, while a count of 1-0 yields roughly an 800 OPS, which is high above average. Combine this with a low strikeout rate means that while Bichette is putting the ball in play, it's probably bad contact a lot of the time, such as a rollover ground ball or a pop-up in the infield or shallow outfield. And this trend is part of the reason why he hasn't really been able to square up the ball and drive it on a consistent basis like he was for the first 5 seasons of his career. The stat that tells this is his barrel percentage. He averaged around 10% from 2021 to 2023, but so far in 2024, his barrel percentage is at 4.7%, which is far below the league average of 8%, combined with the fact that his exit velocity has dipped slightly, and this has caused a lot of fly balls to hang up for outfielders instead of reaching the seats like they were previously. And the final thing that I think is important to mention in this video is how Bichette is awful against just about every pitch that pitchers throw in Major League Baseball. In terms of run value versus different pitch types, he has negative run value against four-seam fastballs, cutters, sliders, changeups, splitters, sinkers, and knuckle curveballs. What this means is that he isn't really providing any offense when seeing these pitches. He's only decent when hitting curveballs, when in his career, he's normally provided good offense off of 5 or 6 different pitch types during a season. So in short, Bichette has not been able to hit at all this year, and I really hope he can turn it around soon because it's getting pretty depressing to watch.